Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Thanking everybody for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate it. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial to be a part of tonight's discussion. We appreciate everybody who's rocking with us. Special shout out to our folks listening to us on TuneIn, on Streamer, the folks listening to the replays right now on iTunes and YouTube. Special thank you to our sponsors, Live Action Captions, as well as Free Spirit Enterprises. At this time, we're going to move into the next level of the conversation where we're talking about the question, what the hell, we're asking. And one of the things that has gotten a lot of conversation that has come up is the North Carolina law. The North Carolina law that has come up that has been passed that has been blocking measures to protect the LGBT community. Now, I'm going to kind of get into this a little bit while everybody other than me is taking selfies, and I'm literally the only person on the microphone right now. But that's all right. I don't like these people. I love them, but I do not like these people.
I'm here.
You with me, Didi?
Yeah, I'm back.
I can trust my sister Didi. She's holding me down. Give me my high five, girl. All right, we're losing our sister Tony, so Tony's coming to give me some love right now. Thank you, baby, and whatnot. Mr. 3375, you're gonna be the utility player and walk our sister to the car and whatnot. And if anybody rolls up on you, I'm sure she'll protect you. But Didi, we're talking about the North Carolina state law that was passed. It's blocking local governments from passing anti-discrimination rules to grant protection to gay and transgender people. The law comes a month after the city of Charlotte passed a measure protecting gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people from being discriminated by businesses. The measure was set to go into effect on April 1st. The state's General Assembly wasn't due to meet until late April, but it was scheduled for a special session for the first time in 35 years. On Wednesday to respond to the Charlotte measure before it went into effect. Over the course of 12 hours, the state legislators introduced, debated, and passed the bill. Governor Pat McCrory signed it. Now, here's the deal. The new law establishes a statewide non-discrimination ordinance that explicitly supersedes any local non-discrimination measures. The statewide protections cover race, religion, color, national origin, and biological sex, but not sexual orientation or gender identity. Quote, since religion is protected class and the definition of religion is broad enough, this could be kind of a backdoor Religious Freedom Restoration Act, allowing businesses the right to refuse serve customers based on an owner's religious beliefs. This is what Tom Bullock noted possible implications of these categories. One word that dominated the debate over the bill and the Charlotte ordinance was bathroom. That's the point that everybody wants to really talk about, because the most controversial element of Charlotte's expanded ordinance was the fact that it would allow transgender people to use the bathrooms that correspond with gender identity. Opponents argued that this would make bathrooms unsafe for women and children. So let's get into this. I know that there are some folks that are listening to us tonight that want to get in on this one. If you want to call us at 804-402-2893, feel free to do this. You've got a lot of states, you got a lot of businesses that are now boycotting North Carolina because the law that was passed is creating discrimination that most folks feel is discriminatory towards gay and lesbian, as well, more in particular, transgender people. So let's talk about it. What you, Dee Dee is making sure that she is properly taken care of, and
you don't have to say that.
You got to hit a brother off with, hit me off too, and whatnot. Mr. 3375, the utility player, is making his job well known. But anyway, Dee Dee, you listening here? What you got? All right. So what do you think about this law?
I hear that it's being modified somewhat.
It has been
modified. I heard on the news yesterday. I was all for it in the beginning. Quite honestly, it's inclusive. I understand people's concerns about it. The main concern that I've heard is that it could it's inviting the perverts and sexual predators into bathrooms, which I don't know what that has to do with somebody being gay, lesbian, or transgender, because most of the perverts that I know about are heterosexual outside of that particular sect of religious, not leaders, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway.
No, say it. She have Steppin, Marcus J.
I am half Steppin.
She have Steppin.
Except for those priests who prey on children of the same sex.
You mean little boy?
Yes.
Come on, Dee
Those
Dee.
male priests that prey on children of the same sex of that sect of Christianity. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, I'm half Steppin somewhat.
Shout out to our brother Hakeem. He told me to make sure that I let SY know that Total song "Kissing You," he was dedicating that to
Wow.
you. Yeah,
Hakeem.
I hate both of you.
Yeah,
You
right now.
Nobody's
They are index
So
finger to the back of the
good.
mouth, aren't they?
dedicating
Yeah.
anything to me. I'm so
Hakeem is wonderful.
I hate
He makes
both
me
of them.
feel so special.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Anyway.
babe.
He ain't never met you, man.
And
Wow,
isn't that
that's
magic?
even.
Hakeem is a video out there.
What?
And
A
he's just
video?
jealous 'cause
Wait a
of that
minute.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
special that if we haven't met each other and this is what he does, y'all look out when he meet me. Okay.
I'm so jealous.
Big bro, jump in here on this.
Wait a minute,
building.
I'm not
Oh,
finished.
you're not finished. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You
You got more half stepping to do?
Yeah, she got some more half Steppin.
That
I
was
ain't
the only
finished
thing
half
that was.
stepping.
That was
You
the only
need to
thing I
half
was.
step on out the front
That was the
door.
only thing I wanted to have stuff about the Catholic priest. But anyway, I'm all for it. I like the original. Well, I don't like the law. I don't like what they're doing as far as saying businesses now have the right to say it's my religious belief and I'm not going to accept you in my establishment.
Why?
My thing is, how is a business a person that they can say it's my religious belief?
My business. I don't have to serve you. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna be devil's advocate on this one.
Let me go backwards about 50-something
Here
years. Let
you
me
go.
go back to the Civil Rights Act,
You shuffling again.
where
Come on, Step.
businesses were also allowed to discriminate against black people.
Okay, I get you, Step.
We got a call on the live line.
You
Ain't
agree
no
with
half
that?
stepping. Ain't no half stepping. Let's get the call in. Ain't no half stepping. Marcus J live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. Caller, you're live on the show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Terry.
Oh, it's cousin Terry calling back. Oh, all right, cool. Now we know you in North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
All right.
She in the QC.
She's actually in Greensboro.
Oh.
She's in Greensboro. So
City. I'm in Greensboro. It's better than that.
it's better than the QC.
Whatever.
So Terry, you and I have talked a little bit about this. Real quick, give us your thoughts on this bill, and then we'll kind of move it around the room before we move on to some other stuff. What you got?
All right, cool. I actually just watched the governor's response to why he passed this bill before April 1st. And it really does boil down to, I don't necessarily agree with our governor on all things, but he passed the bill to protect businesses. What was going on was the city of Charlotte had this mandate that was going to order each and every business to install a transgender bathroom. So the bill, or whatever Charlotte was trying to do, was requiring businesses to take on a hefty overhead to install separate quarters for people who say they want to be transgender but equal. So he was put under the gun in order to stop these businesses, or to stop a mandate from forcing these businesses to install separate quarters. The governor's actual response was, this is a dumbass bill. It has flaws in it. We should not be worrying about who's peeing where. But he had to enact an ordinance in order to protect business. Now, I agree. Nobody should be telling anybody where they have to be. And believe it or not, that's the same thing McCrory is saying. I don't agree with his politics at all times, but what really came about was somebody else started worrying about where other people are going to pee.
Well,
and he had to enact this law.
Let's
Who cares where you pee?
Well, let's talk about that.
This, before you interrupt me, imagine this.
Hold up.
RuPaul
Hold up.
bathroom.
Stop. Let me stop you. Because I got a limited amount of time. So I want to get to specific things in a specific way. And so what I want you to specifically address, I got you. I know you want to say more, but we're running out of time. So I want to specifically talk about this bathroom thing, because I know that's the main crux of the argument. That's the big piece that is causing folks to want to boycott. That's the reason why Bruce Springsteen and the band didn't come down there. That's the reason why PayPal
is leaving.
is not bringing their 400 jobs there. And so I want to talk about that.
Well, the fact that that's exactly kind of what I'm talking about. It's a stupid law. Our governor has addressed the fact that it's a stupid law. But because somebody decided, he actually said that there's a big PAC that's behind this. It's called the HRC Pack. It's a political action committee that's funding this drive. If people really look at it, the underlying law, which is Bill 2, it actually has nothing to do with the bathroom. It has to do with wage and hours. They're trying to stop wage and hour increases. They're trying to lock the minimum wage at about $7.50 per hour, but nobody's paying attention to that because we're all worried about where somebody's going to pee.
So that's the smoke
the
and mirrors.
There's a super fund that's pushing this whole where everybody goes to use the bathroom bill. Nobody cares. But if you really look at it and you look at the bill for the way it's posted out there, imagine RuPaul walking into a men's bathroom and imagine Chaz Bono walking into a woman's bathroom. RuPaul is like a 6'15" woman with blonde hair, and Chaz Bono is a little short, fat white man with a beard.
Right.
So who's being protected?
No, I got you. I got you. I appreciate it. I got to let you go because we're going to keep on going.
Is the wage and hour bill that they've thrown in there.
I got you.
I never knew that.
I got you, and I gotta let you go because we gotta move. I gotta move on, but I keep on listening.
Thanks for that info, Terry.
We're gonna keep it moving.
Love you. You guys have a great show. I'm enjoying it.
You got it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of it. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Dan Legacy and that radio. I had to cut her off in the interest of time. We're getting close to the end of the show, but you know, obviously that's my cousin, that's my sister, my sister cousin is what I call her, and we've had this debate. We've talked about the fact that you know, that's one of the big things as someone that actually lives in the state. You know, how they are hiding this minimum wage thing in this bill, that the folks in the LGBT community were the ones who stood up and said, hold up, this ain't right. But the reason why I cut her off, because that's her main deal, and that's fine. But what I want to get to, and I wasn't sure that I was going to get that from her, and I want to talk about it with the crew. She alluded to it as she was closing about how if RuPaul walked into a ladies' room versus Chaz Bono walking into a men's room, would there be the same uproar? And so I think the piece that a lot of people were having issues with is the fact that you want to use the restroom based upon your identity. You may be a man. Let's use Bruce Jenner for an example. Let's use Bruce Jenner for an example.
I am Kate, you mean?
Bruce Jenner we'll use for an example. I don't want to be disrespectful. He calls himself Caitlyn, but I mean, I think everybody knows who he is. Bruce Jenner decided, that he was going to keep the male genitalia even though he identifies as a woman. He's not doing that surgery. He did the above the waist surgery, but he's not doing the below the waist surgery. And so you got folks who feel like based upon your genitalia, that's how you should be going to the bathroom or the bathroom that you should share. I'll go first. You got twig and berries, you need to be in the men's room.
Yep.
If you got an Audi, you need to be in the men's room. You got any, you need to be in the ladies' room. For me, it's I say it in a silly, comical way. Shout out to Lissa P and Jay Grizzy, but
it's a cut and dry joint.
That's a simple no-brainer to me, and it's not about you have some folks who will be in their feelings with regards to, you'll get pedophiles who will try to skirt this law and try to say that they identify as female, and so they may want to go up in the men's room. In the ladies' room. Man, you're going to have crazy people doing crazy things no matter what you do. But at some point, you got to draw a line. And I don't think that it's reasonable to be having a third bathroom. That's just not reasonable to me. What say you?
I agree with you, especially when parents go and, back in the day when you were a daddy, how did you take your daughter to the restroom?
I took her with me.
Or you went back to the car. Now they got unisex bathrooms where fathers can take their kids to the same bathroom.
Yeah,
No, I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. Like you said, I don't knock what anybody does. I can't knock your hustle if that's what you want to do what you feel. Like you said, I mean, I was in the QC for 5 years, and I've seen the whole thing that she's saying. They slide little nuances into bills to try to make it what they think they want to make it, and it's so not cool that what you think there, Mr. 3375? I mean, what's up?
It's crazy because like the pedophiles are there, and you don't want to expose your kids to a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? You want to protect your kids, and it's dangerous. It's very dangerous, especially if you have daughters. I have a 16-year-old. Do I want a man coming in the bathroom with my 16-year-old?
I don't want to interrupt you, but I am. You have to understand.
Comedy.
That's the fear, the hate mongering. Come on now. You telling me a man that looks like a man is coming in the woman's bathroom and saying I'm transgender? No, nobody's letting that happen.
Yeah.
Nobody's letting that happen. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. That we can't assume. People are assuming that's what this is going to lead to.
But it will.
But it's going to.
The men that are going in the women's bathroom are the men that are trying to look like women.
Let's take the case of.
Wait, let me say one more thing. Okay. Your stance could also be taken for the family-style restrooms. Who is to say that this man taking this little girl in the bathroom is her father? Who's going to check these people? For you to say, not you, but for people to say pedophiles can be in the bathrooms, what? That doesn't make sense.
It could be.
I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense to me.
It could be. You just never know.
Pedophiles could be in a bathroom for men and women.
No.
You're right. Exactly. They could be anywhere.
I'm with Dee Dee on this one.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying is we are trying to assume because someone has a gender identity that's foreign to us,
right?
That immediately puts into question their morals with regards to pedophilia. I think that is fair because I agree with that. I think that if we assume that a person born as a male who identifies as female because they identify as a female and want to use the female restroom, if we assume that person is going to be interested in messing with little boys and little girls, we are part of the problem.
Yes.
We are the problem. That is not my issue. It's just not my issue. Me, and I'm gonna make it plain. Me personally, honestly, I couldn't care less who's in the bathroom. This is just me. For me. Just Marcus J speaking. I go to the bathroom, I don't care who's in there. I really don't, because I'm going to do my business and then I'm going to leave. you know what I'm saying? It's like if I got to do my business where I'm standing up, there's a little partition there. You know what I mean? If I got to do my business where I'm sitting down, there's a door. So you know what I mean? So for me, it doesn't matter. But I understand why it matters to some folks, and I think the simple answer to that is the tools you working with are the tools that determine which bathroom you go in. Right. For me, it should be that simple, but obviously it's not. And this is the reason why, you got people that's boycotting.
Well, I need them to quit because they're gonna mess up the All-Star.
Here's the elephant. Here's the elephant in the room, though.
Yeah.
Here's the elephant in the room.
And CIAA back-to-back weekend.
Here's the elephant in the room. The LGBT community is in line with regards to the things that they don't like, and they're a lobby. They're a strong lobby. They got Kobe fined like $500,000 for using the F word for gay people. But we know that if that mic picks up the N word, ain't nobody gonna bat an eye. Nobody's gonna care.
Lobby?
Where's our lobby? That's the elephant in the room that I was hoping somebody brought up. And that's fine. I don't mind being the one.
Right.
And so we can get all in our feelings and we can start chasing, ghosts with regards to things that we want to act like we mad about. But the real deal is where we at, black folk? Because we the ones, we want to be mad. President Obama ain't did nothing for black people. What did y'all go to him? What kind of agenda, what kind of lobby did we go to him and say, these are the things that we want from you, Mr. President, not because you're the black president, but because you're the president. The LGBT community did that, and they're getting what they want.
Right.
And now this thing, Cousin Terry laid it out. The hidden thing in this bill is supposedly all about minimum wage, but everybody is talking about the bathroom thing.
If
why?
If she hadn't said it, I would have never
And you know why? Because the LGBT community made it about that.
Oh, okay.
Because of their lobby.
Yeah.
Where's our lobby?
You're right. It had to be.
And if you also look at this bill, the next step could be, because it's a religious piece to this now.
Oh, yes.
You can say, you know what? It's against my religion to have Muslims come up in here. It's against my religion, because you can create one, Yeah. I could create a religion tomorrow. Yeah. That's what Scientology is. It's a created religion.
It's my religion
to have black people come up in here.
Tax free.
Interracial couple.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You mean my trailer park?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the story we did last week.
Exactly.
2 weeks ago, whenever we did it. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
That was crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Ain't no half stepping
religion.
with Marcus J. Keeping with the gay theme. This is also in Charlotte, North Carolina. A Charlotte waitress says she was infuriated and hurt when a group of ladies left a message for her on their bill, taking aim at her sexuality. Alexandra Drudd works for Zeta Jane's in Charlotte Plaza Midwood area. She says a group of patrons she served for lunch left her a hateful message in lieu of a tip. A Bible verse left on the tip pointing Judd to Leviticus 20:13. Quote, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed abomination. The King James Version, who was gay himself, the King James Version of the Old Testament verse reads, they shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them. Judd is gay. The bottom of the receipt had a message for her as well. Praying for you. Now, I'm showing the crew a photo of the bill. The bill was $23. In the tip line, it says Leviticus 20:13. And then under it, where you're supposed to total the bill in the tip, $23 bill totals to the $23 total. No
I'd
tip.
have put a period behind that $2,000. I'd have put a comma, $2,013, and added it to it. But
now let me get a couple of comments in. Hakeem says his cousin is like a superintendent for New York City. Don't know the exact title, but they've been letting the transgender kids use the teacher's bathroom because of bias, prejudice, fear, hate, and safety. And then the last comment that I made, he's agreeing with me on that. So I just wanted to get those comments in. Joe?
now, like I said, the Carolinas is quote unquote considered the Bible Belt. Ask me how I know.
'Cause you
Marcus
lived
J.
there.
I lived there. You know the story that I told you where I could buy corned beef hash because I was hungry one morning, but I couldn't buy a pot to cook it in because they said that you're not supposed to cook during church. It's called the blue law.
Blue law.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's called the blue law.
Virginia still has blue laws. Some places in Virginia still have blue laws.
Yeah, but that's the stupidest thing in the world. But I mean, you have to look at it's crazy the way we want to sit there and judge folks. You know what? My thing, and I still go back to it, is live and let live.
We can't do that in the United States. That is the biggest lie that we perpetrate here. It really is. You can't say live and let live. And now I'm going to play devil's advocate because, and I don't want to do this, but
She half stepping again. Y'all.
it's the free speech thing.
Okay.
White people, they can say, I hate black people, I hate the N-word. It's free speech. It's insightful, yes, but it's free speech. They can't say what they want to say, but say we should be able to say what we want to say. We can't have it both ways. We can't have it both ways.
Well,
But that's what this country is all about, saying, what did Neil say? Land of the free, home of the brave. Except what was his?
I'll find it because he did say something very apropos and clever. Let me find
that
it.
was the best post I've ever seen. Ever.
You know, it's funny to me on one thing, and I'll continue with your devil's advocate portion. The LGBT is made up of all races, cultures, and
every last single one of them.
whether you're black, speckled pink, green, white, yellow, it don't make no difference. The thing that catches me is they have so much power, but like Marcus J said, they're a line of religion.
Yeah.
But we carry them as a religion and almost religious. And I'm gonna quantify that.
I think people use religion to discredit them.
Yeah.
That's
I agree
what
with
they
you,
do.
Dee Dee.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say
that was-
that's a religion. They use religion to discredit them and to.
Okay. Well, would you say that they classify them as a race?
Yeah.
With religion?
People, yes.
No. The LGBT.
Yes.
Would you say that they classify them
Yes.
as a race?
Yes.
Yeah.
People classify them as a race,
Yeah.
as if being gay or
Yeah.
having sexual.
An orientation?
Yeah.
That orientation is a
Yeah.
race.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Neil's comment that you were referring to,
Yes.
Dee Dee, is home of the free. Some restrictions may
There it
apply
is.
only at participating locations.
Only at participating locations.
I think the slippery slope when we talk about LGBT is we talk about whether it's a chance or choice. You know what I mean? And you got a lot of the detractors that say it's a choice and, just don't be gay. And why would people put themselves through all of this if it really was a choice? And I'm gonna let you make your point. I see you want to make a point. Last thing I'll say on that is, who are we to say? You know what I mean? Like, if this is even if it was a choice, I choose this. I choose to be gay. I choose to put up with all the discrimination and shit that you're gonna lay on me. I choose it. So, now what? You're gonna still respect me as a person, right? You should, right?
We should.
I don't agree with homosexuality, with regards to Marcus J, because I'm not a homosexual. But if I was one, I would feel like I deserve to have the respect of my so-called fellow man. And then if you kind of throw in the extra piece with me, just me as an individual, I'm not governed by the Bible. I'm not governed by the Quran. I'm not governed by those books. And so you can give me Leviticus 20:13 all you want. I don't give a shit about your book. I don't care about your book.
I get that. There are people fighting this fight because that's who they really are. People who choose this life, whatever.
But once again, how do you know who chooses?
But even if they
we
tell
know
you,
who's choosing it.
even
Come on now.
if they do choose it, that's their choice.
That's right. That's their choice.
Especially
But
in
they're not
America.
the ones that are being persecuted. They're not the ones being persecuted. The people who truly are, who say, this is how I am. Yes, I was born a man, but I am a woman. That's who I am. That's who I identify with. Those are the people that are being persecuted, not the people who are choosing, like some of these celebrities out here. I've decided to, I'm going to be lesbian.
We
now.
all know that. We all know that female that we grew up with, who you knew she was with
Butch.
men.
Yeah.
No, we know that she was with men. She was a woman, and whatever happened to her in her teens and 20s, now she likes women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are we to say that she made a choice, or maybe it was always there? Like,
But you're right. That doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making.
Respect. It's just the respect. Who are we to judge somebody?
I almost feel a little funny even having this conversation, and it's none of them here.
You know what?
Yeah.
And that's a good point. They're not here.
Bring
to
lyric
just
back on.
speak
But we
up.
know quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, we
Bring lyric back
do.
on.
I mean, we
You know
definitely
quite a few.
we
And
you know,
like
our
you said,
sister,
who
our
cares?
sister Amber is part of the LGBT
Yeah.
Yeah.
community, and I love having
That's
conversations
Sister Lyric.
with
That's
Amber.
Sister
Our
Lyric
sister
we had
Lyric,
on.
who we had
Yeah.
on, the artist a couple of weeks ago. She's part of that community, you know, and I respect them,
Yeah.
you know, because one, they're our sisters, and two, if this their choice or if it's by how, you know, the Creator gave them life
Right.
It's,
in this way,
it shouldn't matter.
it shouldn't matter.
I have
And
a-
you know what's funny with what you said? I would roll without Sister Amber every
I would roll with
day.
Amber
Yeah.
no matter where she
Shout
went.
out, Amber.
I would roll with
day.
Amber no matter where
Yeah,
she
the
went,
point is it
because
shouldn't matter.
she is
Never met her.
one of the most
100.
purely
She's a
genuine.
human being.
Before
She's
my
one of the
time.
most purely genuine people I've ever met, and I met her in the sense in the course of running Legacy and that radio, and she's a sweetheart. Love her.
Like you said, going back to
She
the
happens
point
to be gay.
before,
So what?
exactly. Their lobby is powerful. If the black community, first of all, could we got to get together as a whole.
That's the deal.
That's the deal.
That's the deal.
Secondly, our talented 10th need to step up.
Yes.
You can't just make money and not be there to help out socially and politically.
You starting to sound like Marcus J.
But you know it's not gonna happen.
And that's the sad thing.
Uh-oh.
It's not going to happen because
Well, let me ask you a question.
Crab
Since
in
we
the
on the
barrel
since we on
thing,
this,
man.
you know,
What's
the
up with
natural
that?
habitat for a crab ain't in no barrel. So you know what I mean. So
You're
I
right.
totally get where you would say that.
But-
Let me ask you this:
but when they are in a barrel, what are they trying to do?
they trying to get
They're
out.
trying to get out.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you this, because I've had this debate with folks. I had this debate with my brother K-Dub.
We had this conversation before. Just because, what was it with the thing with Magic? I'm not Magic, but Michael Jordan and his shoes being made.
That's exactly where I was going. So since you brought it up, you know, and I got one more story I want to get to in this segment, but we're gonna say this real quick, and then we're gonna get to that, and then we're gonna get out of here. But I'm just asking you your opinion, Didi. Do you think that people like Michael Jordan, who the hood made a billionaire, and people like Sean Carter, who the hood made damn near a billionaire, and people like that, do you think, particularly in Sean Carter's, you know, case, because he came from the project,
And that's all. And
do
that's
you
what
think,
made his money.
but do you think, and this is your opinion, they owe to give back and be publicly seen giving back? Just your opinion.
I think they should do that. I think there should be some more action on their part. That's just me personally. True. I'm sorry. That's just me. And
No,
nobody has to agree, but again, we can't keep talking about what our black community is doing, what we aren't doing, what are our leaders doing for us. When we, again, the talented 10th, the blacks who have that money aren't helping out and doing anything, you know, socially and being socially active or politically active.
I think
Going to the White House isn't doing anything for anybody.
I think a lot of them do it. I think a lot of them are giving money and have foundations and all of that kind of stuff. But you know where you lose me? You had the dude, and I don't remember his name, but he was the founder of Napster, and he was one of the high-ranking people on Facebook when it was first started.
Yeah.
And he publicly came out and said that he was giving $250 million for a specific charity. It came out last week, and I can't remember what it was.
That, yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's cool if Michael Jordan has a foundation that nobody heard of. That's real cool because he's helping a lot of people, and that's real dope. Thank you, Michael Jordan, for doing that.
But get your name off of Nikes.
My deal is, I think that if we can be very public about being in the street online for 2 days to buy your sneaker, or I remember right here in Richmond, Virginia, at Southside Plaza at Willie's, waiting at midnight to buy Life After Death when Biggie's CD came out. You know what I mean? And I'm using Biggie. Obviously, he's gone, but I'm speaking with regards to rappers, for example. Yeah, that's the. I think that's one of them, Joe. I think that if we can do that as the consumer, then you can be visible about giving back. That's all I'm saying. Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Last thing I want to get to in this one. That's why I want you on this one first. I'm getting this one from the New York Post. The headline is, "My fiance dumped me and won't return the $30,000 ring." A Manhattan man is suing his ex-fiance because she ended their engagement but won't return the pricey custom-made ring. Philip Langers, 45, proposed to Leggy Blonde. I don't know why you felt like you need to tell me that. She's like obnoxiously.
She got his $30,000.
She's obnoxiously unattractive to me. I'm looking at the picture.
He said obnoxious.
Yeah, we used to say when we was kids, she got the yak. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like
oogly.
Yeah. Anyway, she's just not attractive to me. She proposed to the Leggy Blonde Ashley J. Chesler, 43, just months after they met in the Manhattan bar. Ashley, if you got a problem with me saying that you're not attractive, call 804-402-2893, and we can talk about your lack of attractiveness. He thought he sealed the deal with a stunning sparkler that featured 2.52 carat diamonds surrounded by 34 rubies and another 55 smaller diamonds, according to court papers. Langer spent 30 G's getting it made, but Chesler called off the relationship. Months have gone by, and Chesler allegedly still hasn't returned the fancy piece of finger candy. State law requires her to return the ring, Langer says in court papers. He wants a judge to force Chesler to give it the ring back or pay him what it's worth. Chesler, surprisingly, couldn't be reached for comment. So that's why you up first.
You want to know whether I think she should give it back?
I want to know if you think she should give it back.
Put
She
your
should
mom
give it
on the
back.
phone.
She should give it back.
Yeah.
She should give it back. And I say she should give it back because, number one, it's an expensive ring. He has to feel some kind of way to spend his money on that ring. All right? He had to feel some kind of way to give that to her. Something happened, and it ain't him that the wedding's off, okay?
It says she called it off.
She did it. She's a gold digger. She's a oogly
She a gold
digger.
She
Okay.
ain't messing with no broke.
She needs to get I just love my backup dancers. She does. She needs to give him back his money.
Wow.
Give him back.
I can't believe you said that. That's why.
Why?
You know I'm on her side.
No, she don't need that. That's not her. She did not
Oh,
earn
wait a minute.
that.
Did you say she didn't earn it?
She didn't earn that.
It was a gift.
No, it's a
I ain't
Yeah.
messing with no broke. She ain't saying she's broke. What? Broke?
yeah, it's not hers.
Why it's not hers? Did he give it to her?
She's foul.
Did he give it to
He
her?
gave it to her with conditions. She was supposed to be.
How do you know what the conditions were?
She was
You mean
supposed
an
to
engagement
be
ring?
his wife.
No. That's an
Man.
engagement. You get a wedding ring when you get
That's
married.
the condition.
Listen,
An engagement
she
ring.
got the ring under the condition that they were in love, and she was going
could've
to
been in
be
love.
his wife. She was not in love with him. If she was in love with him, she would have stuck around not only for the goddamn $30,000 ring, but all the other shit that's going to be way over $30,000 that
Guess
her
what?
ass would have gotten
Guess
afterwards.
what? You're not getting the ring back.
No.
Here's the piece that I think you guys might have missed. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't.
Maybe I missed it.
Maybe you didn't miss
wait.
it. But he gave her the ring after 3 months.
Idiot. Like I said,
Yeah.
that's her ring.
Oh, he's stupid.
No. It's her. Well, yeah,
But-
he's stupid.
No,
But it's
no,
her
no, no, no,
ring.
no. I take that back because my brother married his wife after 3 months of
He ain't
meeting.
give her no $30,000 ring.
But
baby.
it's been 20 years.
When
Yeah,
I'm
he
alone
ain't give her
in
no
my room,
$30,000
sometimes I
ring.
stay-
but
I got a childhood friend that got married after
yeah,
7 days.
so you just
7 days.
7
Yeah.
days. 7 days.
How long they been married now?
Over 10 years.
Yeah, some people just know. I don't have it. But
You think she did something a little strange for a
For a
little bit of
piece of
change?
She
change.
ain't do
let me
nothing
tell you something.
strange.
Let me tell you
She
something.
did
She
something.
not answering the phone because that ring is gone.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
That's why she can't be available for comment.
Not yet. That
got
ring
that
ain't
new
gone.
whip.
No,
She got
she's
that Lincoln MKZ.
y'all be fooled if you want to. She's holding on to that ring. She is holding on to that ring.
30.
She found a hell of a doorknob to get
Why
that
are
ring.
y'all
I'm telling
tripping
you.
over $30,000? Real talk. Guess what? And I'm sorry, but it's funny because I'm gonna tell you,
Man,
if,
cut
the,
the
if the
bullshit.
tables were
Tripping over
turned,
33s.
if the
I'm
tables
supposed
were
to
turned, and you gave me a ring for 30
Joe would
grand,
beat the shit out of somebody and
Yo,
give her
Trump chucked
You
it
know,
two fingers.
granted, he something's wrong that he gave her a ring
If you
in
that much
3
of a
months.
fool,
In 90 days, you spent $30,000 on her. Yo, she hypnotized him real good.
yo, Steve
got
Harvey in
that
the book
whip
said that you ain't
appeal.
supposed to let him upstairs before 90
Work
days
it
of
on me.
coffee.
See, and
Baby.
Saturday we did a little talk about the 30-day rule, but see,
He was singing Babyface.
Yeah, he was whip appeal.
Ever you
he got
want.
worse than a whip appeal. He got a pistol whip appeal.
Where
Now, that was that Tony Braxton.
The pistol whip appeal. Did you say pistol whip
pistol
appeal?
whip
does she have a class? God.
I'm telling you, right? No, I don't want that
Hey,
class.
personal protection. I'll go work for her.
Let me tell you
She
something.
gangster. She getting us our money. She
Big
should be the
Bro
president.
Joe,
I think
we
she should give it
probably
back.
have to
I think
call
she
the
should give it
U.S. Marshals to come help us get him. If he gave somebody a
Wait a minute, hold up.
$30,000 ring,
Yeah, first of
and
all,
they
you
didn't
know,
get it back.
But
you
the
know
law
that
says
I'm
And
not
he didn't
giving
get it back.
nobody. Hold up, you know I'm not giving nobody a $30,000 ring because if you go, I'm gonna chop your fingers off. If I'm gonna,
Yo, I don't want no $3,000 ring.
Exactly.
Just be clear.
you don't
30.
want $3,000?
Word no.
You want, what you want? You want the pear shape?
No.
No.
If I ever
Marquis?
get married, I actually want my birthstone. I want my
Me
actual
too,
stone.
SY. I don't need another diamond.
I don't want no diamond. I've been
I don't
there.
need another
bought
diamond.
That.
Lord have
I
mercy.
don't, I don't need it. Mm-mm.
Here's what I say,
Can't
and
do
we're
it.
gonna close it out so we can get everybody, home safely. $30,000 doesn't matter. The ring could be $30,000. It could be $300. I mean, it's 3,000. It's 30,000. So that's the part of the story that, has kind of grasped the headlines. But if the state law says she's supposed to give it back, and she's supposed to give it back, that's the law. You also know that I'm not one that's always beholden to the laws. My thing is this: if you call off the wedding, then you should. The right thing to do would be to give it back.
You're right.
That would be.
I agree.
That would be the
I
right
agree.
thing. That would be the right.
The
thing
world
to do.
ain't built on right
Okay,
things.
I got you, and it's obviously it's not, and I'm
She
not.
hasn't met
I'm
Unless
not,
he cheated
I'm not,
on her.
I'm not going to debate, and that's not even. I think it's unfair and disingenuous to even put that into the discussion because there's nothing in the story that says anything like that.
I said unless. I'm talking
But
about
I
giving
got
back
you.
a ring. I'm not talking about them.
Oh,
I'm just
okay,
saying,
because.
you ain't getting your ring back if you.
And see, the reason why I went there is because I had somebody else say the same thing. It's like the story don't say nothing about that. I would like to know why she called it off.
Cause she ain't love him.
3 months.
She don't like him?
Yo, but she was stupid. I'd have let it.
I
I'd have let
mean,
it roll.
there's,
Well, she shouldn't have never said
but,
yeah.
you
Then.
know,
If she ain't love it, she should have never
I
said
think
yeah.
that there's a thing, there are hopeless romantics in the world
Yes, there
where, I
Cake
don't
anime.
think that we should get caught up in it being 3 months. Like I pointed it out, but I don't think that we should get caught up in that because, like I said, I got a friend who got married after a week.
Yeah.
He ain't get nobody. Did he give her a $30,000 ring?
I
But you
mean,
keep going to 30 he coulda gave her a bubble
he's
gum
quite
ring with-
wealthy. I'm sure he's given her far more than $30,000
Oh.
rings, and
I'm worth 30,000. My love is worth
Pesos,
30,000.
maybe you.
Somebody give me $30,000 in Monopoly money, please, so I can give it to Jay.
pesos.
If I get another ring, a ring presented to me,
I'm
I
going
done
to the
did
penny
something.
candy.
You got
joint
plenty
to
of
get
rings,
I
huh?
done did something.
You got plenty of rings,
A
huh?
ring around the tub.
Did you get? Did you get your rings back? I know you got plenty of rings,
I'm
didn't
gonna
it?
need to.
You gonna plead the
regroup.
fifth?
I'm gonna have to.
My mother listening? My mother watching? Mommy,
Mommy's in the bed. Mommy,
Can't turn around.
you shout your
Mommy.
mother. You should at least tell the
Remember
listeners that
when
she's
I
in the
got that
room
one
before you start
engagement
talking to her.
ring? Who gave it back, me or you?
Oh my goodness.
Your mama had to give
My
it back.
mama gave it back.
Okay.
She was like,
Cold-blooded.
You can at least shout her out and let the listeners know that she's in
Cold-blooded.
the room. My
Oh,
goodness.
shout out to my mom, my best friend, my ace Boone. She's in the room chilling out with. What you playing over there, mommy? Anyway.
You playing solitaire or
Bejeweled.
words with friends? She giving us the face like, why y'all got to be calling me out?
Playing
Trying to do
Bejeweled.
my thing. You know what I
She didn't
mean?
even hear it. She had
Hey,
earbuds.
hey, look, she got the earbuds on. She ain't paying
Oh,
attention.
she playing Sugar Crush.
Oh, she ain't
That
paying
addictive
attention. Ain't no
thing.
half Steppin, Marcus J live from the Den Legacy and the radio. Taking our final break of the night. We come back. We gonna rant. We gonna close. We gonna get the hell on out of here.
Yeah,
I
get
got
that
DD,
ring.
Big Bro Joe, SY. This 3375.
The 33.
SY's mama. Ain't no half Steppin
mama.
with yours truly.
The nature boy.
Taking a break. Be back in a few.
Rich woman's loving and the poor woman's dream. Woo!
Holistic care for the mind, body, and spirit. Free Spirit Enterprises, LLC is a parent company for Organic Creations, Jewelry by Design, Miller Publishing, and Consultation Services. Organic Creations offers you the best in natural, homemade skin and hair care products. Jewelry by Design allows you, the customer, to design your own jewelry as